Hi, I'm Brad Nicol, author of Ultimate iPhone DNG, and today I'd like to examine a little question that I've heard a few times now is, are you better to process the DNG files on a desktop computer or a laptop, or is it better to process them on the iPhone? And the answer to this is, like a lot of things, it depends. It really depends on what you're trying to achieve. Desktop applications can give you pathways for higher resolution, sharper results, better noise reduction, exotic types of controls that are often not found when you're doing it on the iPhone, but they have added complexity. Some of them are downright confusing to use. For example, raw therapy is really quite a challenging application if you've never used it before. On the other hand, the processing on the iPhone can actually be really good. Adobe Lightroom Mobile has terrific tools there to edit those DNG files, and it does a great job out of the box. What you need to understand is that the raw image has considerable vignetting towards the outside edge or corners, and it also tends to have a red colour shift towards the corners. Now normally most of the better DNG processing solutions on the iPhone will fix this before they actually present you with a preview image, and indeed that's what happens in Adobe Lightroom Mobile. And of course that does happen with the standard JPEG processing on the iPhone as well. But when you transfer the DNG files to a desktop application like Iridian Developer or Raw Therapy, that pre-processing has not necessarily been dealt with. In fact, it probably hasn't. So you'll have an image that needs a lot more adjusting and tweaking before it starts to look reasonable. But you'll also have a lot better control over the processes. So on a desktop you'll probably be able to better control the noise reduction or the type of noise reduction that's applied. Or having said that though, Adobe Lightroom Mobile now has a lot of sophisticated controls in that area. You might be able to better control lens distortions, chromatic aberration, subtle tonal variations, highlight and shadow recovery and so forth. So if you have a commercial need for a higher quality result, maybe you need higher resolution to make posters, maybe you need more detail, maybe you want better noise control, yes, a desktop application may be a very good solution. If on the other hand, you shoot carefully and you know how to run an iPhone DNG based processor like Adobe Lightroom Mobile, you should be able to get truly excellent results. So there it is. You can make a choice. The terrific thing is that it's a DNG file. You can choose to process it on the iPhone and save a version of that on the iPhone, share that to Facebook, do whatever you wish to do with it. You can copy a version of that file to your iPad if you wish, which is terrific if you have an iPad Pro because there's some great solutions there. You could also copy a version over to your desktop or laptop computer and use a very advanced processing solution there. So really it's not a case of one thing or the other, it's a case of you've got choices. But I'll leave you by saying, yes, it's going to be more complex on the desktop computer, but it's also going to be more sophisticated. I've got a book coming up, probably in about 8 months' time, which deals with a whole array of advanced DNG processing options and also uses that you could put those to professionally once they've been processed. So stick around, I'll no doubt post some other videos on those before that book comes out. Thanks for watching, look forward to seeing you again. Bye for now.